Okay. Okay, coach. First question will be, when did you fall in love with basketball? Maybe, I know maybe a long time ago, but can you
Yeah, if I can remember.
yeah, when did you fall in love with basketball?
Want me to start now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
please stand up.
Just stop.
Okay.
Just stand up.
Really at a very young age, watching the NBA play, and I had dreams of being an NBA player from probably when I was 5 years old.
5 years
When
old?
I decided to try to be not only a basketball player, but athletes in general. Because the neighborhood that I grew up in was not a very influential neighborhood. And the only way to escape that neighborhood was to be an athlete and gain fame and fortune that way. So that was my goal, and that's when I started to have great interest in basketball and in other sports.
So basically 5 years old, you fall in love with basketball already.
Yes,
You're very young.
yeah.
And also the question would be, I know you have been coach for many years,
Mhm.
and what would be your most difficult time or the hard time? Do you have a remember maybe very difficult time you ever want to quit coaching during your days?
Yeah, I was never really wanting to coach or quit basketball, but there was times in basketball, there's a always term, you're hired to be fired. And coaches change positions, coaching positions, particularly in America, constantly. And there was times that I was a college coach and got released when I was at the University of Southern California, USC. And that was very hard to take. It was very discouraging. But I was fortunate to pick up a job with the Dallas Mavericks of the NBA. And I worked there for 10 years. So I was very fortunate to have that opportunity after being so disappointed. But then all of a sudden you lose a job in Dallas and they change their coaching staff, and that was another very tough time. So my toughest times has always been when I've been released from a job. And like I said, the saying goes that every coach is hired to be fired. And so I'll be able to sustain that and continue my career.
Okay, so basically the difficult time will be you are being released, not because you want to out, because you are forced out, right?
Yeah, because I'm forced out, and like I said, every coach in America really, it happens to all the coaches, even the very best will always be in that position. And that's the discouraging part about coaching, is that when you lose a job that you like, that the family is there for a certain period of time, and all of a sudden you're changing locations, changing cities, changing organizations, personnel. It's always a very tough time.
Okay, and you have been coaching for many years. What will be the most happy time during your coaching days?
Probably since I've been here in Taiwan.
Oh, really?
Yes, being able to coach the young guys to be better players, and not only players, but be better people, and to encourage them and to motivate them. That's been my most joyous time. In America, it's a little more difficult to motivate players. You have to do it in a certain way, and sometimes the dedication isn't like it is in Taiwan. But I've been very fortunate, and I've been very happy to be able to coach these young guys here in Taiwan, and to see them grow and to see them become young men to grown men, having coached the university level and then also now the senior team level. I've seen the growth of the players, not only as players, but again, as strong young men. And that's been my most rewarding part of my career.
Okay, and what will be your most critical time in your basketball career, your whole career? What will you think is the most critical moment?
Most critical moment was probably when my teams in the NBA, New Orleans Pelicans now, and the Dallas Mavericks, when we were fighting for the championship, NBA championship, and we had to win our playoff games, and that was really the biggest challenge as a coach, to prepare our team in the NBA championships and the playoffs. That's always been the most challenging time. And my other most challenging time when we played in the Asian games here in Taiwan, and being able to fight through the history that they had here. And being able to finish fourth in the Asian Games and the highest finish in 48 years, that was a great achievement for us. And I felt very happy, not just for myself, but for the individual players, but more importantly for the whole country.
You just mentioned that as a coach, you brought the Chinese Taipei back to the top 4 in the Asian Games. What do you think the key why you can bring the Taiwanese player back to the top 4 in the Asian Games?
Well, my whole goal as a coach is to motivate and to get them to play at the highest level and to work as hard as they possibly can, particularly on defense. And what was amazing about our journey in the Asian Games was the fact that we did not have an import player. We did not have Quincy Davis, and no one gave us much hope to be successful. But through it all, the players they came together, and we always preached that we are a family and that we are together as a family. We fight for each other, we play for each other, and we win for each other. But unfortunately, you also lose for each other. But through it all, we just wanted to encourage them and make them feel wanted and to give them the excitement about the game and to let them know that they are loved, not only from their team, but from the whole country of Taiwan.
Okay, so as your observation, you think Taiwanese player, we win like a team, we lose like a team, so that will be the key, so we can go back to the top 4 in the Asian Games.
Yes, that's the goal, is to further basketball. You know, a few years ago, I was fortunate to be able to coach the university players. And this year I will have the young Taiwan players, university age, or as they say, the youth national team. And I just love the growth that those players exhibit. From the university, I had some from the university that moved up to the senior team when he coached the senior team. And it was the same attitude, it was the same approach to the game, it was the same togetherness that we shared with the team and the coaches, and the whole country was behind us. And we finished higher than we've ever finished in the University World Games, and that kind of propelled us to greater things when we reached the Asian Games and the Jones Cup and the different international competition that we had. I was so very pleased and proud of our approach from the younger guys all the way now to the senior team.
Okay. Yeah, because we know that you have served as a coach to different level of the game, like NBA, like the national team, like even the university, and then also we know you love watching basketball game, so we see you in the HBL and the UBA and ABL and all the game. What do you think the difference between Taiwan and America, the US? What will be the atmosphere about that basketball? What will be the difference?